Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting race of the Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 4. Playoffs, top 8, pretty exciting. I am Zeb316, and I am joined by Vincent RTA. How are you doing, Vincent?
I am doing fantastic. Looking forward to this race. We're in the top 8. It's just going to get better and better and better. The races even last week, there was lots of really close races. Watching some interesting routing. This one should just come down to a lot of good skill and good movement as these. With us and Chozo Boss Shuffle, it should be the players will probably follow similar routes.
Yeah, I think so. So in Chozo Boss Shuffle, basically, with Chozo items, they can only be on Chozo statues. With a couple of exceptions. Morph Ball is always at Morph Ball. That's not a Chozo statue, but it's always a major. Then there's Behind Kraid, Behind Ridley, and Right Supers and Wreck Ship. But otherwise, every major item will be on a Chozo statue. So there will be all the major items, and then there will be 3 E-Tanks, 1 Reserve, 2 Missiles, 2 Supers, and a Power Bomb. And these will be the only things considered for logic. So it's really good to keep that in mind when you're thinking about where items could be, potentially.
So we're dealing with some technical issues. It looks like Eddie's stream is having some problems. So we're gonna watch MGA here, and while that hopefully gets resolved in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Very unexciting morph start.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be because it's Chozo. So, the other items here that could potentially be morphed, but then it can't be morphed because you need morph to get that.
All right, so we find bombs right away. That's definitely a useful pickup early to have our explosives right away.
Yep. As we like to call it, vanilla bombs. And a missile in the ceiling. And another missile. So just 2 missiles. No supers, no power bombs yet. So we'll have to figure out whether we're going to be getting those early or if we're going to have to kind of search them out.
It's always incredibly important to find those 2 miners, that super missile, that set of power bombs. Opens up the map for everything, because otherwise we know there's areas you can just get soft locked in.
Yeah. So the only item in logic right now is 230. You need 2 E-Tanks for Gauntlet to be in logic with bombs. And those are 2 E-Tanks on Chozo statues. So this one still isn't in logic. So there's either going to be a missile, a super, or a power bomb at 230. Yeah, I think, those are the only things. Or Screw. Screw is possible too. Because then Screw would give you access to Gauntlet. And we'll get to see what it is in just a second. And it's just a missile.
Missile, okay.
So Bomb Torizo is the next logical item. Bomb Torizo... Well, so it could be Bomb Torizo, but also Star Reserve is in logic now. And so is Charge. So this really opens up the map. So now you don't really know where things are at yet. And at Bomb Torizo, just another
more
missile.
Missiles.
And a Bomb Torizo fight.
Yep, we found those bombs ahead of time. And someone in chat, why is only one person racing? Unfortunately, our other runner's stream is currently down, so we're hopefully it will come back up and we'll be able to continue to give you this race.
Yeah. And hopefully it's not affecting Eddie's racing too much. And we'll get like a good clean race once his stream is back up.
Still no supers.
Yep. Or power bombs.
So now we're gonna see, yeah, or power bombs. Yeah, so we're missing a couple of minors. That's a minor problem right now. Nothing major yet.
Yeah. So
sorry, I'm a
something
band
has to
director.
be-
Puns are my life.
Yeah. Something has to be at one of these next 3 locations to like continue the long logic chain. Either Norfair or Brinstar Reserve, Charge, or Spore Spawn. Spore Spawn isn't logic. It could be the supers. Hopefully that's not the case, but Gauntlet is non-logic without 2 Chozo E-tanks. Or with Screw Attack. Screw Attack would put Gauntlet in logic as well.
All right, Spazer Beam. Okay.
Yep, that helps out a lot. Pretty good item. Means that you can kill enemies in one less hit sometimes. It's nice.
I mean, not the most exciting thing, but definitely, definitely an item you'll take just to not take forever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you pick up Spazer here. If you get charged, it's doubling your beam damage. That's pretty good.
Yep. I mean, legitimately, the only time I don't pick up Spazer is if I already have Plasma, or it's super late and it just doesn't matter.
Okay, and there's power bombs. So
all right.
So we saw in the race earlier, Cutie without super missiles went down to check Adikuns here. I kind of like not doing that, I think. I think that was a little better because of Gauntlet already being in logic. But it could still pay off. These could be supers. Or even an E-tank would be probably okay. Another power bomb might be okay too. Yeah, just another power bomb. I'm guessing we MGA go down and around through Edikuns. Yeah, it's too bad we're not going to get to see what Eddie does during this, because I think this is the first kind of chance for Divergence. And just missile, so yeah, like,
still no
this is
supers.
kind of my problem with the play. Like, it's just pretty likely to not, like, be a super here. And then if it's not, then... Or even if it is, then... But you still get, like, another super over here, then it still doesn't, like, pay off that much, but...
Yeah, it doesn't feel like those... Like, none of that really pushed MGA... Well, I mean, unfortunately, we don't know what's going on, but it didn't feel like it really got much advantage at all. Like...
Yeah. I mean, like, getting an extra power bomb, maybe, if, like, power bombs are really stingy, but it doesn't really feel like that's the case. Yeah, just another missile.
Wow,
So if this isn't a super or screw attack, then supers are at Spore Spawn. But it is a super.
All right. So now we have all the minor items. So the map is opened up. Makes a huge difference.
Yeah, we don't logically have power bombs yet, but we do actually have power bombs, so... something to keep in mind. To think about, like, where power bombs might be. And high
High
jump.
jump boots. Ooh,
That's a good item.
that's an item. If you have ever ran any of these randomizers, anytime you go do lower Norfair play without high jump boots, you just completely you feel the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably where it's best at. There are a lot of other places though that's like really good at. Sometimes if you want to do Suis Meridia, which isn't really relevant in this mode, but can be relevant in other modes, then it's good to have them.
It's definitely something you feel too when you're escaping, when you're running Zep's escape at the end of the game. That's
Hmm. So now expect MGA to go up here at Red Tower. Yep, go check Alpha Power Bombs, and then I expect MGA to maybe like farm up so that can do an X-ray deboost check. Ooh, nice.
nice.
Yeah, that's a 6 strat.
That's one I've seen from like I've seen Zenny pull off that strat a few times. That's a hard one. That's
Mhm.
definitely something you have to put a lot of work into being able to access top of Red Tower that way.
Yeah, I mean, MGA is a very, very skilled old route runner, and that's an old route strat. I'm not sure how
Ooh,
different it is
very
without
nice.
Wave Beam, but yeah, the Ice
Ice.
Beam is nice. We're getting kind of close to being able to do Suitless Meridia. Although, like, that's really not something you're, like, looking to do in Chozo.
Yeah, with ice and high jump boots, that's and Spazer, one beam we want to take through there.
I'm curious if we see a save. Nope. I think that you probably farm Hellway here. Just really want to do that X-ray check. X-ray check here is just so powerful. It's really good.
I love watching players execute an early X-ray check. Ice beam is going to make it a lot easier, though.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Beam will help if he messes up. It won't make it easier, like, to do the main strat, though. And I'd probably rather use bombs, honestly.
Oh yeah, yeah. IBJ up, yes.
Mhm. Because
But
normally if you're missing it, you're missing at the end. The very last E-boost.
but yeah, we're watching this. I can already tell this is going to be. This is literally one of my favorite things to watch in these runs.
Nice.
Perfect.
That, that was a little sketchy. But he got it, so nicely done.
Yeah, that was. Oh, well.
Getting a way out there, too, is kind of nice. Like, don't have to worry about your energy now. And grapple actually in these Chozo boss randomizers is really a good item because it gives you a way out of Dragon, no matter what you have.
And
Um,
a faster way to kill Dragon.
yeah. So like if you get Varia here now, you really don't have to worry about Dragon being in War Warfare because you just have grapple to like grapple escape out. Where otherwise you would be like, I don't really know. Like if Dragon's down there, I'm pretty scared. So.
All right. Phaser is our second logical E tank.
Is that second? I think that's our first.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, it is our first.
So with that in logic now, Gauntlet still isn't quite in logic yet. No power bombs in logic, so wreck ship's not in logic. But crate area is, and high jump is. I think those are the only two items in logic right now. And I actually like checking ice first here, because then if you get an E-tank at high jump, you get the refill after the ice hell run, instead of before, like, and then you're thinking about doing cathedral hell run after that, so you want all the health you can get before doing that.
That makes sense. It looks like we are gonna get Eddie's stream back. There we go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
We're back.
So and it looks like Eddie is 10 missiles and 5 power bombs down on MGA. So Eddie
did not do Edicoons.
Yep, and Eddie did ice first, which I like a lot. So Eddie did what I was saying. Yep, Eddie didn't do Edicoons. Otherwise, it looks like everything was probably about the same. So because of not doing the Edicoons, I think Eddie's about a little more than a minute ahead. And I think that because... So, I think there's an E-tank at ice here. I'm not sure why Eddie checked that miner. Maybe for on the way out? Yeah, I think that there's an E-tank at ice, given that Eddie has one more E-tank. So this might not be quite as costly for MGA to do this hell run after high jump.
Yes, it is, yeah. Looking at the E-tank count, knowing that they've taken most of the same route, I figured it was going to be E-tank here.
Mm-hmm.
But this
and it was
now
an E-tank
does
at high
allow
jump
for,
as well, right?
It doesn't look like it from the bubble mountain climb he's trying to do.
No, at high jump. The high jump major.
Yeah.
That was an E-tank. Oh, and Eddie...
Oh, yeah.
Eddie doesn't have... Or does Eddie have ice? Eddie probably does have ice, but turned it off? Hmm.
I mean, I definitely would for farming here.
Yeah, it might... Maybe... I think Eddie probably does have ice. I think that just turned it off, but we'll have to find out later. Oh, and MGA needs to be... This is going to be scary. Got a big health. Oh, you did not want to take that hit. And, yeah.
Oh.
Really unfortunate for MGA. Yeah, I didn't have a save.
Yeah,
I think that when you go into that room, most of the time you just want to, like, do the strat of going along the bottom.
And
like,
take,
it's a little
the first
faster.
damage and go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little faster to, like, go across the top and can do less energy, but, like, if you mess up like that, then things can go really badly. Also, we didn't even notice that Very is at speed booster.
Did notice that. So hell run's required, but not that bad.
Yeah, with the 3 logical E-tanks, that makes sense that the hell runs were required, because we already had the E-tanks required for it. Yeah, it's too bad. I think that this would have been a pretty interesting seed to watch if MGA hadn't have died there. I think that now Eddie's going to need to take some sort of unfortunate death as well for MGA to get back into this.
Yeah, these are always very unfortunate when we see this. I mean, oh, there's charge. Wow.
So, I think best case... So, this is not a free lower warfare for Eddie. You don't have screw attack. You don't have plasma. You're only on Varia. Yeah, this is a tough lower warfare.
No high jump boots.
Eddie does have high jump, I think. Or does Eddie not? Oh, Eddie didn't turn him back on.
No, he does not.
That's why he doesn't have ice either. On this, Eddie does this sometimes. So he turned off high jump and ice for X-ray,
Okay.
and then never turned them back on. Eddie needs to remember that he has those items before. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for him to have skipped Spore Spawn. So hopefully Eddie remembers before starting this. Yep, he does. Okay.
Okay, there it is. And does have ice. Okay. Both of them there, just completely turned off.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. No problem there. With high jump, it shouldn't be too much of an issue anyway. But
no problems. No save, no problems.
I'm curious if MGA tries to spike something in Gauntlet here after having taken that death. Yeah, it looks like it. I guess this could be a way for Eddie to lose if Eddie doesn't get this and has to leave. Okay, but Eddie does get that.
Gravity.
And it is gravity. Yeah, I think that just makes Modern Warfare so much safer. For Eddie, now taking 50 damage to everything instead of 100. I think that means it... Not
That's
like...
it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's probably the race at this point.
Oh, yep.
And there
No,
was
it's
power
just
bombs.
Peebs. That's definitely not going to make a big enough difference to matter at all. And especially with it,
Yeah.
the 17-minute gap as it was, this is just a matter of finishing the execution for Eddie and not making any major mistakes in the process.
Yep. Just like not dying effectively.
Yes.
Or soft locking. For those who just joined, MGA took a death trying to do the Cathedral Hell run and hadn't saved, so...
And this was after roughly about 15 minutes of Eddie's stream being down, so you really only had one side of things to watch. And now, unfortunately, MGA is doing all the same things we watched for the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And Eddie decided to go to this before the boss. Maybe wants a little extra ammo in case this is Ridley. Or just
Completely
forgot about
rethinks.
charge.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
So more than enough ammo and the right item set to get out of any of the boss situations. No problems here.
Yep. I mean, Ridley is a little annoying. You have to do a good number of charge shots, but it's not too bad with this amount of ammo. Eddie might have just like not intended to pick up that missile if he like knew what it was, but just face planted it. MGA deciding he wants those high jump boots.
Yeah, that's one worth going back for.
Mm-hmm.
There's maybe some other things you can skip, but definitely not those high jump boots.
Yeah.
And we see the grapple beam used for its true intended purpose of farming.
Yep. Eddie probably wants to get... might just go in. No. Wants to play it safe in case this is Ridley. Like, you're fine if it's Ridley, even if you just went in on this, but it would be a lot longer of a fight. Yeah, and Eddie's just gonna go on this now. And it's Fantoon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Honestly, Eddie doesn't really need anything else to finish the game at this point. I mean, obviously would pick up a plasma beam. Would speed would be great for escape.
Yeah, and I think I like this from MGA. Oh, MGA will be going to get that grapple. I might have just skipped this. Like... It's fine to go back and get it though.
Free rounder for Eddie on Fantoon. Sends our friendly space ghost down.
Mm-hmm.
The run killer of all run killers.
Yep. MJ gets it again. Nicely done. 2 for 2 on X-ray deboost.
A little bit more comfortable that time than the last time. Now, do you think MGA might try any out-of-box kind of play here? Because
I was thinking maybe, like, just... I don't think you can. Not... Maybe, like, a 3 to 5 minute death you can. But with, like, a 17-minute death, you just need to hope your opponent dies, kind of, and play in a way that, like, I'm going to finish the seed. Kind of a thing.
And this is, yep, going to go up to Alpha Peebs and make that same play. Turns the high jump boots back on.
I mean, maybe you could go up to, wreck ship. Like, that's a...
That was the only potential crazy play.
I don't know if that, like... I don't think that saves you 17 minutes.
I don't think so either, but...
Even if it, like, the answer is there.
We already know that Gravity and Varia are both in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, and we know that Fantoon isn't at wreck ship. I might have considered waiting on this ice beam for MGA, but like you can't say too much like to criticize someone who just died like 17 minutes into a race on their decisions after that. Like, Eddie will probably get those supers that he saw on the way back through.
And does.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
this
at
is
this
easy
point,
routing. Go ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
I was just gonna basically say the same thing. Like, there's not many decisions left for Eddie to make.
No, it's go straight to Meridia. Go to Wreck Ship. Go to Turian.
Hmm.
With a stop at Kraid's warehouse first. Warehouse and Emporium.
I'm curious if we see Dragon here at Wreck Ship if MGA tries to kill it.
So I'm gonna guess, because I've seen this pretty often. Only about 2 of the bosses are usually ever shuffled. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get Kraid here in Kraid's locker. What do you think?
I'll say Ridley.
You'll say Ridley. Okay.
And then we'll both be wrong. It'll be Dragon. I think Dragon would be best case scenario for Eddie so that he doesn't have to go through Bot Wound. He can just skip it, but... And it's Ridley.
All right.
So this will take a few charge shots. But only a couple. Not too many. That does mean that MGA has a 50% chance of finding a Kraid here.
MGA's pickups, I think we're making sure to get that grapple and having the high jump boots. I think that's kind of, well, I mean, it's going to be important here because I'm going to guess at this point we're about to see Dragon. And we'll have a way to escape.
And it is Dragon.
One boss fight finishes, another starts.
And there's Spring Ball. I like that Eddie's picking that up. You have to go back through Baoon E-Tank hallway. And you do need to go through that little Morph Ball maze there. I think that alone saves like a few seconds, and then if you can save like any more time with Spring Ball, then it's kind of worth it.
It's one of those things, if you remember you have it, it's definitely a useful movement item.
Mm-hmm.
And MGA about to, oh, misses the quick.
Oh, and takes a hit. Yeah, taking that hit's really bad. I'm not sure that MGA has enough energy. No. Ooh, yeah, especially without full reserve. Oh, but gets it.
Does have enough.
I think you almost want to take a hit here to get health bombed. Yeah. MGA agrees. This is enough energy to escape now. And Wave Beam. Not exactly what MGA was hoping for. I think the MGA at that point was just hoping that, like, to spike a Variasuit there, because MGA didn't know where it was. Nice grapple skills, Eddie.
Close. Just missed the jump. Oh, but gravity jump.
And MGA gets out.
Yep.
So nice.
Yep. No problems.
Yeah, I think that this, like, it is like one minor thing, but like I talk a lot about, like, I like normally checking ice before high jump because it helps your energy so much. And I think if MGA did that, he wouldn't have died in the Cathedral Hell Run. Like, just getting like an extra E-Tank of health is really nice for that.
No, that's a That's a fun. Yeah, that's a really good point. Like that might have been
Like that decision, like not
yeah.
even like just how like Cathedral Hell Run going badly, that just like kind of can happen. But like if you had done that beforehand, then would have been fine even with it going wrong.
Just that extra level of comfort.
Mm-hmm. So this is looking like a pretty solid time for Eddie. Should be probably 49, I want to say. Maybe 50.
Yeah, we're definitely sub-hour.
Mm-hmm.
Nice movement.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and this had to be Kraid, so I'm guessing we'll see Eddie check it. A beam or speed or even space jump probably save enough time. Yeah, I think all of those would save enough time.
All right, nicely executed, Craig. Quick kill. Nope,
Okay,
no
but Eddie
check.
just leaves. Hmm. I don't mind leaving either, but I think I probably would have checked. I think you have 4 items that save you time there.
I think at this point, Eddie's just got his eye on the prize. Probably still frustrated about the computer giving him issues and
Mm-hmm.
worried that that was going to affect his time, and probably thinks he's behind.
I'm not sure about that. I think Eddie probably feels pretty comfortable that he's a little ahead right now. MGA going into Suitless Meridia. I'm not really sure what this is trying to accomplish, but yeah, and you can't even don't have Spring Ball, so maybe MGA is just having fun. Knows that took that death. Ooh, if Eddie had opened that door a little earlier, he could have just like jumped right through it. Yeah, MGA missed that crab, but another crab will be coming eventually if MGA waits long enough.
Oh. All right, Eddie is now headed over to Rex ship. This will be quick.
Yep. Just quick grapple kill on Dragon.
Yep.
Not too much to worry about here.
Way more than enough energy. Yeah, definitely not checking anything at this point.
Oh, and MG taking a bit of a tumble. I'm guessing we'll see Eddie skip this item too, because he skipped Kraid.
Yeah, I don't think he's has any plans to touch another item the rest of the run. Misses the initial grab.
Doesn't get any.
There it
Had
is.
no spanks. Pretty crazy when it went on for that long.
Very passive. Oh no, it is gonna check here.
Oh. Yeah, this is kind of strange to me after skipping Kraid. Because I think the Kraid item's even faster to check.
I do like grabbing the beam though.
Yeah, I mean, like,
more
if
damage
you know
for
it's
sure.
there, then you're getting it, but... MGA getting a lot of supers. And funnily enough, if MGA does full suitless, he will get bailed out, because Kraid has Spring Ball behind him. So we'll be able to escape Precious with that Spring Ball. Oh wait, no, it wasn't Kraid that had Spring Ball, it was Ridley. Never mind.
It does
So we
have
need to be
grapple high jump.
speed, I think, to get MGA out. So that MGA could spark out of Precious Room.
Okay. Nice grapple climb there by MGA.
Eddie taking the ship refill probably didn't need to, but it's not bad with this beam combo. Having full supers saves time on the fight against Mother Brain, and it saves a little bit of time for Metroids as well.
MGA executing this ice clip.
Yep.
Both runners had to do this to get through without speed. Eddie and G4 at 43-43.
Nice dodge there from MGA. Nice spot when we kill.
Nice backup strat after the grab.
Yeah, no, that was a main strat, I think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that looked intentional. Helps serve some supers to group the Metroids like that. No, that one wasn't intentional, though.
Gets grabbed.
Yeah, it's a little tough without Speed Booster. It's a little different of timing for Baby Skip.
Does remember to face right to save the frames.
Mm-hmm. Get to save almost a second. Yeah, MGA trying to not take damage in case this is Ridley, I think. But it will be Kraid. And then we'll get to see if it's Speed Booster behind Kraid to let MGA out.
Nice Zeb skip there by Eddie.
Yeah, got it. Took a few attempts, but like in terms of like didn't have to refreeze the Zeb at least, so that was nice. Only 6 E-tanks for Eddie, so no ability to do stand-up.
Getting our full menu of onion rings, french fries, meatballs, soon a ketchup bean.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Speed.
Oh wow, it is Speed. That's pretty funny.
That definitely would have been worth it for Eddie to grab.
Mm-hmm. So MGA can get out now. That was the item that he needed there.
Eddie done with the MB2.
Yeah, now MGA doesn't care as much about his health. Now that he knows he doesn't have to fight Ridley right there. And MGA, I don't think you can go this way. Yeah. You need Space Jump to go that way.
This is just a matter of simple execution, and Eddie will enter escape, and we'll take this first match just a couple of minutes away. As this is, Eddie will probably escape in, what do you think, under a minute and a half?
Oh, it'll be about 2:20 from here or so.
Okay.
Normally, if you have speed, it takes about 2 minutes from the baby death. Without speed, it's about 20 seconds slower, so I'd say about 1:40 from when the head hits the ground. So about 51:25 or so.
Okay.
Maybe a little faster, a little slower. But
All right. Eddie begins the escape. You know if Eddie does vertical or he spark up climb?
neither in this case because he doesn't have speed.
Oh, that's right. We gotta see a regular's climb.
Wall jump. We'll get to see another wall jump from MGA. Nice wall jumping to get to these items. They aren't majors, but there is an E-Tank in the Super.
Last moonfall of the game executed by Eddie. And up the climb. Let's see Parlor for our last visit and get to Criteria Surface. Zeb guessed about 25. See how many how much steam we get here. All right, and get your GGs in chat going for Eddie taking the win with an official race time GG of 51:37. So you were right on the game time, but took a second for him to type the finish in chat. Oh no, sorry, it was 51:22. You were right on it. 51:22.
And we are joined by Eddie. GG, Eddie.
GG. Okay, first things I want to say. I saw my computer, my computer's frame rate just dropped like crazy at the start, and I'm like, oh no! And then because I've seen this happen before, and then I saw a crash, so I was like, I yelled at my wife, "Get in here, Pig Weenie, get in here!" I did this. So get through my brother, and she's like, okay. And she ran over and recorded the first 15 minutes or whatever with her with my cell phone. I'm like, thank you. Props to my wife for handling that, but I have that footage just in case an admin needs that. But yeah, I was really stressed out because the first 15 minutes, during all the fanfares and the elevator transitions, I was trying to open the task manager and kill my obs.
Yeah.
Really. I didn't even know if that was gonna work. I was ready to restart my computer, but I killed obs, and then my computer went back to normal, and then I guess I'll have to update it, but got that to work. But yeah.
Also,
with
nice job on the wife backup strat there.
yeah, she's the MVP of this match.
Yeah, we are also joined by MGA.
Yo,
GG,
sup?
MGA.
GG, Eddie. Thank you.
GG. I heard MJ were talking a little bit in the race room because I was a little spooked, but it looks like the hell runs didn't go too well or something.
Yeah, I think that the big thing was Eddie, you did the ice hell run first.
Yeah, and
I
came
then you
out
got
with
the speed run, or you got knee tank at high jump after doing the ice hell run.
Yeah.
Where MGA went to high jump first.
Yeah.
And then got the E-tanks after. So that made MGA do the hell run on about 100 energy less. And then that kind of spiraled into there were issues in the hell run, which I think if MGA had 100 more E would have been able to survive. But because had a little bit less, ended up dying to them.
Yeah, it was just really silly. I took so many hits in Rising Tide. I mean, I should have saved, but I felt. I mean, on 4 tanks, I usually don't mess that up, so it's just
Yeah.
really silly, freak accident, like weird
Mhm.
shit. But I mean, yeah, it just sucks, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Yeah, I think that before that, I'm guessing you guys did the same thing, except that MGA went down to Eddie I don't think that you did that, Eddie.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, after watching that cutie match earlier today, I actually thought about it, but I'm like, you know, there's honestly a pretty decent chance I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I
And
actually
again,
like
I'll
it
take the
more
time loss if I
because
have to double back. But yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't. After thinking about it, I don't really even know if it's bad. So
I actually like not checking it there because Gauntlet wasn't in Logic.
yeah,
If Gauntlet were in Logic already, then I would like checking it a little bit more
yeah.
because then like supers could be a Gauntlet.
hmm
But without that, I think that supers are so likely to be down or like at charge beam or like at charge beam or at spore spawn that
Yeah.
like and like maybe you'll have to fight spore spawn, but like you're not even guaranteed to get supers if you go to Edikins anyway, kind of a
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, and I mean, if I have to go down to Ediku's, I'll eat the time loss. It sucks, and then MGA would get a nice advantage on me, but that's not like game ending necessarily.
Mhm.
It's definitely an advantage, but it's not like game ending. So, but yeah, it was definitely something that crossed my mind as I was mizzling up that door, but I was also thinking about my stream. So
yeah. Mhm.
but I think I wouldn't do it even if I wasn't like flustered at the time. So
Yeah. Yeah. I was a little interested that you check behind Dragon but not behind Kraid, Eddie.
yeah, I was just like once again a little flustered, but
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
Dragon check was definitely I should have checked Crate earlier. I was thinking I'm go, I can do everything, but I thought about it. I'm like, wait, I have charge ice spazer, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that means like those two beams are actually really pretty good
Yep.
for me. Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah, I
I
was
should
like
absolutely have
thinking
checked it.
there were like 4 good items for you at that point, which is pretty
Exactly.
good.
Yeah,
Like you
and
had space jump, speed, wave, and plasma, and it did end up being speed.
it was
So
speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's kind of the same thought process I had, except I was thinking like I'm not like I know I could spike plasma, but I'm not going to bother because my beam combo looks good. That's the deceptive thing about Spazer.
yeah,
It's actually not that strong. It's like wave is kind of the strong one.
I
So
mean
if you have wave,
wave
and,
ice and wave and ice spacer are basically the same.
yeah. But I guess what I mean is like as a new route runner, when I see my beam and I see Spazer Ice charge,
Oh,
Spazer Ice, it looks a lot like Spazer Wave Ice. So I'm thinking like I got like the new route beam, right? Like why am I gonna waste my time doing anything else? But I was like, wow, the wave actually would add a lot of time, and not only that, but I missed it, but I should be able to get baby skip like pretty easily
yeah,
with it. So I was like, this is actually wave would have been pretty significant. I'm like, wow, I could actually both beams are really good here. So after that, that's kind of when I realized that Dragon, I'm like, I need to check behind Dragon. And I know I'm going to look stupid because I didn't check behind Kraid, but I'm checking behind Dragon. But I'm like,
yeah.
I have to check it, I think.
Mhm.
Especially if, like, you know, MGA's, I didn't know where MGA was at the time. So given how this seed was, I would absolutely give credit potentially for MGA to be like ahead of me at this point, right? So I
Yeah.
was like actually nervous because, you know, if he nailed the Hell Round, I think it's a pretty straightforward seed afterwards.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, MGA doesn't like missing these checks. So if I skip this and it's plasma, I might just lose because of that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I actually need to check this.
Yeah, I think
it made me feel
it would have
really
been
bad about
interesting because speed being at Drake or at Kraid, that would have been a pretty big difference between you two.
Yeah, it
if
would
like
have
MGA had gotten that.
Yeah,
So.
I might have. Good chance I would have lost if MGA didn't take that death. If that's the case, because that's a pretty getting speed is pretty huge, honestly.
All right. Well, MGA, do you have any last thoughts?
No, just GG Eddie. I mean, Eddie definitely put way more time into this Rando than I have, so it's still a deserved win, regardless.
I was telling MGA because MGA was definitely cramming. He's cramming for the test, basically. Is what was happening. Him and Cutie both, but I think Cutie started cramming like a week ago or so. But yeah, I think it just kind of comes down to I did play like 50 plus of these seeds in the last month or so. So
Wow. Okay.
it's I mean I wasn't very good at Rando at all until I started practicing, and Zeb over here answers all my questions when I have any sort of question regarding it. So I can't credit myself for this win because I have a good teacher and good people to get feedback from about all this stuff. So it's been good.
All right. MGA, or sorry, Eddie, any last thoughts?
Yeah, Vincent, Seb, thanks for doing the comms. Lenofist, thanks for doing the tracking. MGA, thank you for this match. I've been looking forward to it. Kind of sad how it turned out, but I did get to peek a little bit of the cool stuff you got to do towards the end. So glad you kept the crowd entertained with your tech.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, everyone, this was race 1 of this playoffs between these teams. The second race between them will be tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern, with Simo and Beef Robber. So that'll be fun. Oh, by the way, I'm a Chicagoan, so I love the Chicago Bullies team name.
All right. Well, Vincent, you are honorary Chicago Bully member. Then it looks like.
All right. So that race is running tomorrow night. Also tomorrow night at 8:10 is Cuties Coaches versus Power. So that's a race between Zeb and Leno. So our tracker and my co-com tonight. So check them out at 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. The second race will be a little bit flexible. It'll start after that 8 o'clock race. So back-to-back races tomorrow night. So definitely check those out. Zeb, do you have any last thoughts?
Nope. I'll just take us out, I guess. Thanks everyone for watching. Again, thanks to Vincent and Leno for tracking, for comms and tracking, and thanks to Eddie and Guy Average for putting on this race. And with that, we will see you in the next mission.